Have you ever noticed how Christians like pointing things out to people? How, like Christians like showing people things, explaining things to people. Which, by the way, comes from this. It's based on that Christians are experts in everything. Did you know, by the way, now listen, hey, did you know that Christians are experts in everything? Did you know that Christians are experts in just about everything that there is? Christians are experts in science. Christians are experts in the beginning of the universe. Christians are experts in how the universe is going to eventually end. And it has nothing to do with anything that you've ever heard of. It has everything to do with everything that Christians know. Now, you can hear of it, all right, but you've got to hear of it from a Christian. Now, if you don't hear of it from a Christian, then that means that it might not be true. Now, the only way that we know as a Christian, or as Christians, that what you're hearing is true, or the way you know that what you're hearing is true if you're not a Christian, or if you are a Christian, or if you're a Christian that's hearing something that a person that's not a Christian is telling you, or if you're a Christian that's hearing something that a person that's not a Christian is telling you, or that a Christian is telling you, you have to make sure to know if it is a Christian that is telling you that, or if it is correct or accurate or 100% correct, that a Christian originally provided that information, that knowledge originally came from Christians. And this is going to have to do with this. Are you a Christian or are you not a Christian? In other words, are you like me or can you go to hell? Another way of saying that is you can be like me or you can go to hell. And it all boils down to this. If you don't have this expert knowledge, if you're not an expert, if you don't have a perfect knowledge and a perfect expert knowledge in the same things that I do, the same way that I do it, and if you don't agree with me, then you can go to hell. And if you don't want to go to hell, then you just need to be like me, which means that you need to either A, listen to me, or B, listen to somebody that's listening to me, or C, you need to find some way to be like me. You need to find someone that's like me, and then you need to listen to them, and then you need to be like them so that then you can be like me. Or you can go to hell. And so, now, but have you ever noticed how that Christians, is one of their jobs, as a Christian, is to be an expert in every single category of human knowledge from the age of 3. Now, this comes from the Bible. This is all based on the Bible. In other words, this is based on the Bible, which is the part of this equation. The Bible plus church equals Christians. In other words, mental illness based on the Bible, a.k.a. the human social media a.k.a. the industrial human social media pedial complex, a.k.a. the Christian human social media pedial complex, a.k.a. Christians, a.k.a. the Christian internet, a.k.a. this is a Christian show, a.k.a. this is a Christian internet show, a.k.a. this is a Christian radio show, a.k.a. this is a Christian internet radio and or radio internet show, a.k.a. Christian, a.k.a. Christian, a.k.a. Christian with an S at the end, because there's lots of us. We're all over the world wide web, a.k.a. the internet, a.k.a. the internet, a.k.a. hashtag Christians. So now, have you ever noticed then, speaking of Christians, by the way, that Christians are experts in everything, and that Christians love showing you that they're experts in everything. They love telling you things, or at least that they act like they love it, or at least they act like it's their job to act like they love it. Now, have you ever met a Christian that didn't act like they love doing their job? Christians love doing their job. Hey, did you know that you can always tell a Christian by how excited they are about doing their job? Hey, and you know the best Christians are the ones that are happiest to tell you that you can be like them or you can go to hell. Also, the most loving Christians are the ones that love telling you that you can go to hell or you can be like them. Hashtag loving Christians. So, now, if you want to know everything there is to know about anything, or anything to know about everything, anything there is to know about everything, then you need to talk to a Christian. And you can be assured that if you're talking to a Christian, then all you got to do is ask that person if they're a Christian or not, and then you'll know automatically that they have expert knowledge in everything that you don't have unless you talk to them, and that, of course, they have because of the Bible. Which also now, hey, listen, did you know, have you ever noticed how everything with Christians is based on the Bible? Now, have you noticed how everything with Christians is based on the Bible, or everything that comes from Christians is based on the Bible? This has to do with, again, Christians being right and everything, and you have to pick the right book. You have to pick the right basis, the right foundation for knowledge, and that comes from this book, one book, the Bible. You can just pick any one of 233 English translations of the Bible, or you can pick any of the others that you want, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. If you're a Christian, as long as it has the Christian label on it, as long as it says Christian, then it's okay. And if it doesn't line up with anything else that society says is real, or anybody else thinks is real, science or your eyeballs, then that's just mental illness, otherwise known as Christians, according to society. Well, society's the one that's going to give you the definition of what the job of Christian is. Just look at them and just ask what's normal in society, and whatever isn't, usually that's going to be the job of Christians. In other words, Christians in general. Not all, just most. And not most Christians, just most in general. So in other words, Christians in general. So in other words, Christians. But you can decide that on your own. Just all you got to do is just look at the signs of society. But one of the reasons that Christians are experts in everything is because they're Christians. And if you're not a Christian, then you're not an expert. And if you're not an expert, then you can go to hell. Hey, did we ever get the right spelling of expert? Can we do that again, though? I don't think I got the right spelling of expert. Let's see. Can I see that? Okay, expert. E-X-P-E-R-T. Expert. Do we want to use the word expert, or do we want to use the word experts? As in, every Christian that you meet is an expert, or it's the job of Christians to be experts. How do you want to do that? But how do you spell experts? Can I get that, please? Oh, can I see that? What's that at the end? An S. E-X-P-E-R-T-S. Christians are experts at everything. Or it's the job of a Christian to be an expert at anything and everything that they encounter. And it's also the job of a Christian to tell everybody that they meet that they're experts at everything, and that the people that they're talking to either can be experts or that they can go to hell. Okay, now let's go back and see how we got that, if that spelling was right or not. Now,
right? Did you know that Jesus was an actor? Right? Did you know that Jesus was an actor?